Well, that's always a good place to start. See if we can't not find anything odd about the corpse. What do we have here?
This must be the fatal stab wound. It has an odd shape. The weapon's cross-section must be...
Now, what would cause this?
Right. The weapon must be shaped like a cross. That weapon most likely penetrated the heart and killed the victim. What kind of weapon has a shape like that? The victim has a wound on her head. It's star-shaped? What can wounds tell us?
Wounds always tell us the shape of the weapon, right? Thought so.
Yes, we can figure out the shape of the weapon that inflicted them. Still, a star-shaped bruise. What kind of weapon would leave that?
I can't think of another weapon that would make those. I mean, those holes are too big to be screwdrivers, right?
This is internal bleeding. It might have been caused by something pressing against the palm. It would require a great deal of force to leave this mark on the victim. Was she struggling against the murderer? Or is there a different reason behind it?
Wow, there's a lot happened here.
What could this be? I've never seen a bruise like this. Is it something congenital?
Wait, what are all these black bruises that keep showing up? Because there's been one in almost every mode.
This stab wound is small, but it's rather deep.
This must be the exit wound. Because it's the same shape as the
There's a wound with a
big
similar
wound.
shape, but it's a different size.
Oh. Now we got one more thing to check here, and that's her clothes. What do we have here?
Bloodstains on the left sleeve. Was there a wound on the corpse's arm?
I don't think there was.
It could be the murderer's blood. This needs to be investigated further.
No kidding. If there's that much out the back. Okay. What else do we have here? Oh. Is that everything? Can we combine some of these evidence cards?
These stab wounds are different sizes, but they have the same shape. We can deduce that these wounds are connected by...
The weapon penetrated the body.
Yes. These two wounds were caused by the same strike, piercing all the way through her body. If that's the case, the entry wound was...
The entry wound was her chest.
Indeed. If something is pierced all the way through by a sharp implement, the entry wound must be at least as large as the exit wound. If these wounds were caused by the same strike, it would have to be 20 centimeters or longer. This isn't enough to identify a weapon, but it does get us one step closer.
Wait. Great, I'm lost already.
Little guy, can we determine the shape of this weapon?
I think so, yes. I'll need some information, though. What can you tell me? How big is it?
Well, it's at least
20 centimeters, she just said that.
20 centimeters. It's shaped like a cross shape. Does that help?
Yes, thank you. We'll have the results in a moment. I see. This isn't a cutting tool, like a knife. It's like a spike or a spear. Something meant for piercing.
I've never heard of a spear that has
a stab
warhead like that.
I don't like the looks of this.
Right. This isn't your usual murder weapon.
Something's not right. What do you think, little guy?
You mean the weapon in the shape of the wound, right?
That knife isn't long enough to have done that, and it's nowhere close to the right shape. No, something else has to be the real murder weapon. The second thing this tells us is...
Joseph's lying, right? Wow, that's a really fast gold evidence card.
I agree. The husband's definitely lying to us about something. In any case, we know for sure that the knife isn't the murder weapon. However, we still don't have a clue what the real weapon was, or who the killer is.
Take it easy. We just have to think about all of this. A sharp weapon, like a spear, that can go through a human body. We'll have to find out what it was.
Maybe that's everything. No. You know what, let's take a look at the bodies once more, see if we can't not find something. Okay, what are we missing? Okay, so it's definitely something with her clothes. Now, what am I... There's gotta be something obvious I'm missing. What am I missing? Huh?
What's this? Is it hair? That's bizarre, because...
Don't they both have white hair?
Indeed, the victim and the suspect reportedly both have white hair. I need to send this in for analysis and identification.
Atlas, that was a little bit hard to find. Whatever. I don't think I'm going to be able to do too much more in this episode, which is a little bit depressing, because I wanted to get a little farther in the case than this. Of course, who actually knows how...
Hey, little guy, could you analyze this hair?
Yes, of course. Dr. Kimishima, this isn't human hair. It seems to be from some sort of animal. Did the victims have any tame household creatures?
You know, they're called pets. And no, there weren't any signs that they had any.
Strange. Still, this is obviously not human hair. I can see cuticles, so this isn't synthetic hair or a fiber.
All right. Can you identify what animal it's from?
No, that's beyond my expertise.
Then send it to the person in your department who can.
But I do see something odd about it.
Go on.
Well, the hair has a tip, but the other end doesn't have a root.
No root. That means...
If it has no root, then that means it was cut.
So the hair had been cut.
Right. This means that the hair didn't fall off the animal naturally.
Why would something like this be on the corpse?
Is that everything? No. Let's just go from the top then. At least there aren't that many evidence cards.
Well, I'm not here to ask you out on a
Oh,
date.
sorry.
Just look at these.
Okay. Are these bloodstains?
Yes, they were on the victim's left sleeve.
That's odd. This blood isn't the victim's.
What do you mean?
Well, the results say that only the H-type antigen was detected in this blood. That makes this blood type O.
The victim has type A blood. What about her husband? He's a suspect.
He has type O. Does this mark him as the culprit after all?
No.
Let's not start jumping to conclusions. First, let's check to see if the husband is injured. If this blood came from him, he must be wounded.
Dr. Kimishima. We're done interrogating Joseph.
Joseph? You mean the victim's husband who confessed to the murder?
Yes, he just keeps saying that he killed her. We've got nothing to go on.
I'd like to hear the recordings myself anyway. I want to know if the blood on the victim's sleeve was his or not.
I've already sent you the data. You can examine it whenever you want.
Yes, I'll do that. Thank you.
But we're gonna take a look at that recording next time on Let's Play Trauma Team.